Hey, this is Jesse with Kicking Pilates. So I really want to address, something in our footwork that's really found in the one-step pun and the one-step kick. Feet can be deceiving. A lot of times we kick a ball a certain way, we feel really good, but a lot of times our feet are fucking us up. So I'm going to talk about the feet in the setup just for a little second. So just like anything else on the website, everything starts with a neutral hip. If you don't have neutral hips, go back to the beginning, do it over again, then come right back here. So, all right, so what happens when we start kicking with our friends? We start fucking around, telling stories, and all of a sudden we start kicking with really bad habits. We start leaning back, even though we're just hitting little line drives to each other, and then we go to the one step. So what I'm thinking about is, let's just say we're on the 50-yard line going across the field. So when I do all my drills with my guys, I'm always on the inside of the line. So I like to pretend this edge is the white line. I always put my foot right on the inside. Now, what the majority of guys do, and I'm going to represent it, you'll see with a couple napkins in a second, a lot of guys, for some reason, they line up their right foot straight. I used to do it. I don't know why I did it until I figured it out. The second I fixed it, it made no sense. And after I fixed it, it made 100% sense. So what guys usually do, they think they line up their hips, but what they don't understand is when you're moving in slow motion, your feet direct where your body's gonna go. It's a little bit different the faster you go, okay? So what happens is a lot of these guys open this back foot, even though they think their hips are square. When they think their hips are square, if this right foot is going forward, they're already going left. So over there. And where we want all our punts to go, either straight or kicking leg side. So what happens is a lot of guys, they start with this left foot open. And if they're sticking their butt out, if they're not balanced, they're usually overstriding. What's the number one problem in kicking and punting? Overstriding. Why are they overstriding? Because no one has a neutral hip. If you did, you'd feel a stretch on every step, it'd be a shorter step. So if you don't know neutral hips, go back to the beginning, come back here after you got them, all right? All right, so what guys don't realize is, especially if they're overstriding, if this foot's open and now they're overstriding, the bigger their step is gonna go, they're gonna cross their center line, and then this foot is gonna keep on opening up. And if you just do this, if you stand with your foot across your body and open it up, if you come forward to kick, your hips will change towards your left foot or your plant foot, okay? So just as representation, this is how a lot of guys start out. This back foot, right? And you overstride, you come across the midline, and now you're really open. So you're over here, and if you just walk forward, see what happens to your hips. So yours are gonna go bam, all right? So if you ever kicked a bomb and it just went the opposite of your kicking leg, it went straight, but it went for a right footer, it went 20 yards left, it was a bomb. We don't know what happened. It's because by the time you actually made contact, your hips have already changed, right? Doesn't seem like rocket science now that you know what it is, but that's what goes on. So, all right, so how do we fix it? Not rocket science either. The way our hips, the way our femurs and our shoulders, the way our hip socket and shoulders are supposed to work as humans is in this external rotation position. Same thing with our feet. If you screw in your feet to the ground, your butt and the backside of your legs will flare up. That just tells us that's a comfortable position. That's where we're very strong. So where we were with our kicking foot forward, what we're always going to do, we're going to take that back leg that's open, and we're just going to swing it around. Pretend there's a wall. You just put your heel against the wall. Now you internally rotate your kicking leg, bend in your knees, and take your left hip for a right footer, rotate it inside till your femur locks out. Now your hips are locked into place from the ground up, and now you're ready to go, and you're square across the ball.